Hi, welcome back to Eating Sharp with Lynn Sharp. Today we are at a friend's house, Ron, and we are going to make chicken piccata and some Brussels sprouts and some homemade rice pilaf. Very easy dish to make at home that's going to dazzle your family and friends. So I'm going to get set up over here with the rice, and you take a break and we'll be right back. Hi, welcome back. What I've started here is I put a stick of butter into my pan. I melted it down on high, and what I added to it when it got hot was these Fideo noodles. And what the Fideo noodle is going to do is act as the roni in the rice-a-roni, but in the pilaf it'll add that nice color combination. So now I've got my noodles browned, about like that. Now they will come out lighter than they look. So then we're going to add about a cup of diced onions to this, a tablespoon of garlic, about 3/4 to a cup of diced carrots, and we'll just stir those in, leave it on high. Don't worry that the butter is going a little brown because you won't taste it. Then I have 4 cups of jasmine rice. And we're going to stir this around to coat the rice with all the butter. We'll get this all coated, the rice all coated with the butter, and then we're going to add, of course, double the amount of water to it. So 8 cups of water, and I've got it right here. Here's the first 4. Stirring this to get it all well blended. Now you can add some celery to this if it's chopped fine as well, along with it to give it some flavor. There's the other 4 cups. And of course we're going to add some chicken base. And again, this is the chicken base that is the paste type because I like it best. So a good teaspoon and another good teaspoon. And that's going to give your rice a nice chicken flavor. You won't have to add any more salt to that. Now we're going to bring this back to a boil. Then we're going to turn it to simmer, put a lid on it, and cook it for 17 minutes untouched, and your rice will be perfect. So while I get this going, you guys take a break, and we'll be right back. Hi, welcome back. Now the rice is to a simmer, and we have it on the back burner. We set the timer for 17 minutes. Meanwhile, we're going to prepare the skinless, boneless chicken breast to make the chicken piccata. So first you want to trim off the little arm here of the chicken because you don't want that. It just gets in the way, and I already did it on the first one. And then you want to cut this chicken just at a slight angle, and you want to make little patties, little whatever you want to call them, just little pieces of chicken there. I'm going to put these right here in the bowl because we're going to flour them and put them in the pan to start for the chicken piccata. You can do it with the whole chicken breast, but it just comes out to be too big and bulky of chicken to serve to your family and friends. And this little bit here, like this, when you cut it thin, it's going to be really good and tasty and tender for them. So I'm going to finish this up, and then we'll get to the pan and we'll start cooking. So you guys take a break, and we'll be right back. Welcome back. I've taken the chicken and I'm lightly dusting it with a little flour. I put a little olive oil down in the pan, about 2-3 tablespoons, and I'm just going to saute them up, just almost cooked. I don't want to cook it all the way through, but I do want to get them seared. So we'll flip these guys. They're cooking up nice. Now, some people might not know what a piccata sauce is. It is a lemon butter sauce, white wine sauce with capers. Get these all cooked here and turned. Now, it's best to use a Chardonnay. I find it to be a better white wine to use in your piccata. Now you can do this with fish, you can do it with beef, a lot of people do it with veal, or you can do it with pork. It doesn't really matter the meat that you use, and today we're using chicken. So as you can see, the chicken is just getting brown, just searing it through. And next what we're going to do is we're going to deglaze the pan with a little Chardonnay. That was probably about a half to a cup of white wine. And just stir those in. You can smell the wine coming up. At this point, you'll want to put in about a tablespoon of lemon zest. And you'll want to squeeze a lemon into this. Just like that. We'll let this simmer around here just a little bit. The sauce is getting just a little thick from the flour, and the lemon smell is coming up. It's really refreshing. Okay, at this point, you can see that the sauce is just getting a little bubbly and thick. You want to add about a tablespoon and a half of capers to this. And this is going to give it a little bite to it. Capers are a flower from France that they pick before they open up, and then they marinate them. Okay? So this is about done. We're going to turn this off. It's not all the way done, but we need to get the Brussels sprouts going. So I'm going to let this sit. We'll get the Brussels sprouts started, and we'll come back, finish this up. The rice should be done, and we'll bring it all together on a plate. So be right back. Hi, welcome back. So I've taken the Brussels sprouts and I've cut the end off and I've cleaned them up so they're nice and pretty. And what we're going to do is we're going to cut these in half, and then we're going to roast them in a cast iron skillet over the stove with a little olive oil. And what that's going to do is it's going to give it a nice smoky flavor and bring a whole different flavor to Brussels sprouts. So if you don't like Brussels sprouts, try it this way and you might find that you like it. So I'm going to finish these up, get these stove hot and ready with the cast iron skillet, and I'll meet you right back here. So take a break. Okay, welcome back. What I did with the Brussels sprouts is I got my cast iron skillet up on high just to get it nice and hot, and then I turned it down to about medium. And what I did is I put the Brussels sprouts in about 2 tablespoons of olive oil, the flat side down, and I just let them sear and sweat so they get a nice sear on there, a nice brown coloring on there. Oops, but they're not burnt. You just want them to be seared. So now what we need to do next is we need to go ahead and finish the chicken piccata. As you remember earlier, what we had done is we had put the white wine in, the lemon juice, the lemon zest, and the capers, and we just got that all mixed together till the sauce started to come together. So now what we need to do is to finish the sauce off. And what we do with that is we put in a little butter with the sauce. And what that does is it gives it a nice creaminess and pulls it all together. So as this gets hot, I've got my butter here. And we're just going to put in, for this amount, for 4 to 5 people, we're going to put in about 2 to 3 tablespoons of butter. And that's going to pull the sauce together and make it really creamy and taste nice. You want to stir this around because you don't want your butter to just melt in. What you want it to do is to just mix in as it's melting. So get this all mixed together. And you can see the creaminess now. It's more of a coating instead of a sauce onto the chicken. So let me get set up with a plate, and we'll be right back, and I'll show you how this all comes together for a fabulous meal for your family and friends. Welcome back. I've got everything ready to go, but one thing I forgot to tell you. Everybody knows, or a lot of people know, how to make a piccata sauce. So I'm making it a little California style. And my California style is to add some diced avocados to it right at the end. It's going to give it a nice creamy texture. It'll make it bring a whole nother dimension to the chicken piccata. So we'll mix those avocados around just enough so that they'll heat through. Not that they're going to disintegrate in the heat, but just want to heat them through. I'm going to lay a few chicken pieces down, like so. Get some of the sauce and the avocados, put right on top like that. And put some Brussels sprouts on the plate. You want to showcase the braised part of the Brussels sprouts, so make sure you turn them up so that they can be seen. And then, of course, the rice that we cooked, the homemade pilaf. You want to give it a nice little stir before you pull it out so you can mix the vegetables in. And here's the nice rice pilaf right here. And right there you go. You have a nice plate of chicken piccata, California style, braised Brussels sprouts, and homemade rice pilaf. Until next time, this is Lynn Sharp with Eating Sharp, and eat well. Bye-bye.